Good day and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a great moon day and that everything is going great for you and you're going to have a great week, of course. I am continuing on in Europe Truck Simulator. Please like, share, and follow. Muchly appreciated. As far as it goes, I'm working towards earning enough to buy my first truck in the game. Although, I'm not sure what good first truck to get. We'll see. Whether should I jump on a lower model or should I work my level up? That's the question, you know. Trevor, thank you for liking, and Tina, thank you for liking as well. And for sharing as well, Trevor. Much appreciated. I hope my sound is okay and all that. So, maybe make sure real quick here. Always good to make sure of everything, you know. Always good to make sure of everything. Sounds like I'm there, you know. Get back to the game. Where's my mouse? There it is. Then we're back into the game. Thank you for using the Notify. I got my Momo steering wheel. A bit closer. There. Pedals are ready. Got them in a good spot, hopefully. We got 200 grand. But I've only unlocked two truck dealers so far. And then of course I guess the other thing is that it looks like, you know, just a little bit longer and then I'll be able to get like 100 more horsepower. I don't really know what a good horsepower to have is. I assume that 730 horsepower is the one you want in the end because that looks like the higher end truck for the Scanias. Here's my skill set. I think I'm working on fragile a bit and then long distance and then maybe eco driving and just in time last or something. That's the plan anyway. But right now I'm just kind of still exploring a lot. You can see that you know, I've been around here a bit, tiny bit over there. Most of it was in this area here. That's where I've discovered so far. Or explored a whole whopping 6%. So we're set, man. Set. Anyway, let's check out what kind of jobs are available. And where we can make the money. Look, we can haul some scooters. That sounds cool. Fragile. It's got like articulated trailer. It's high value. Make it 22 big ones. Norway to Norway. I don't think we've been to that Norway city. We've been to the lower ones, but I don't think we've been to the higher Norway cities yet. That'll be exciting. Let's do it. There we go. We're set. People need scooters. What can I say? Gonna be scooter-astic. Oh, it's pouring, man. Holy crap. There, we'll turn on them wipers. Give ourselves some light. Where's the exit? Looks like it's kind of on the right around the building or whatever. Oh, let's get her going, man. Get her done. And we gotta go left after that. This is gonna be tough. Try to go as wide as I can so I don't get hooked on stuff. Hooked on phonics, you know. If I'm clear of that. Anybody over there? Nope. Great for a bit. Wonder if that's far enough. Trailer can get around it. This is a pretty cool looking car. Or truck, I mean. I put the pole up? I did. I like the inside anyway. Hey Gary, how are you? Matthew's checking the follow age. 147 days, holy crap. That is amazing. Rama, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Back in Europe again, Carrie. In a storm, we're up in delivering some scooters. I'm enjoying this game lately. Mine's a keep on it, right? Nice driving. Thank you so much. Look at how long this thing is, man. Like, it's like 2 giant scooter trailers and it's fragile cargo. I gotta be totally careful. But I like that this has a digital speedometer. Although I tend to look at the GPS for my speed anyway, but I mean, as far as it goes. I mean, I like the look of this truck. I don't really know what the brand is. The Diamond. Alright, we're good there. That guy's turning, hopefully. Hopefully he's following through with it. With his turn. Alright. Does anybody know what the Diamond brand is? I don't know a lot about some of these brands. I mean, I can recognize the one that says Volvo, mostly because it says Volvo right on it. Oh, it's Renault. Oh, okay. Oh, I better slow down and not get a ticket. We don't want to start the session off with a ticket, man. Man, it's like a real bad storm here, eh? Did you guys see that sandstorm there? On they're showing pictures of it on the news. That's pretty wild. Wild, man. Probably went a little bit wide, but hopefully that'll save me from clipping that guy. Renault is the company. Yeah, that's what I figured you meant. That's pretty cool. We'll have to see if we drive by. I don't know how to say it, Renault or Renault, but if we drive by a dealer, then I could price them out too. You know, I'm hoping that in some of these random trips that I wind up going by more dealers. I don't have a lot of choice right now, and then we could figure out, you know, what that good beginner truck is. You know, once there's some choices. So far, I think I have 2 companies unlocked as far as the dealers go, and you can't online shop until you've bought 5 trucks. It's totally realistic. I do like that Scania truck though, that one that's the most expensive. Well, they have to be level 25 for it. That looks like a pretty sweet truck. But as far as it goes, the horsepower for the lower Scanias didn't look like it would be high. I don't really know what good horsepower is, to be honest. Thank you, Fire Devil, for liking. Much appreciated. But we're getting to know the game a bit, you know. Managed to make it like at least 10 kilometers here so far without crashing. Well, I didn't find I crashed much so far anyway. I've crashed twice in the European Truck Simulator so far. And it just happened to be on the same trip. I was hauling some oranges across the UK. And apparently those were a tough run for oranges. Fortunately, it wasn't a fruit that easily bruises. I mean, oranges are pretty tough, right? So, you know, they're okay. They just docked a bit of money because I was like super late. Because on top of crashing twice, I had to sleep. And then I pushed sleep twice by accident. So my guy got a really good sleep. But you can't pick how long you sleep for. You pick like sleep and then he sleeps for like 8 billion hours. But you know, you don't want to get sleeping tickets and stuff. You know, there's many hours to go on the trip, so I didn't have much choice. But right now we're delivering the scooters. They are in demand. I could pretend it was from my other game I played, the Little Big Workshop. I played that one for a while back, and I did make a giant shipment of scooters. So maybe we're delivering those scooters. You know, Little Big Workshop's a good game too, by the way. And some thank you for liking, much appreciated. Yeah, I don't know. This truck seems pretty cool so far. Oh, it's 50 here. We better slow down. Oh, I slowed down a little too much there. Because we want to try to make a run without getting some sort of ticket. So far, so good. Because we want to make the maximum amount of money. And I'll be able to buy all sorts of crap, you know. You could buy a new garage, and you could buy multiple trucks for multiple drivers. Well, I don't know what happens if you go through the auto pass. Maybe it just auto charges you. Okay, it's fun to go up to the toll booth and talk to them, you know. Gotta go a bit more forward. There we go, 11 euros paid up. We're good. Do you guys have preferred trucks that you'd like to use if you play this game? Like, what was your beginner truck? I guess the thing is that you can always give your beginner truck later to a driver or something that you hire. I think you can hire crew eventually. I don't know if you need to upgrade your garage first for that, but you make the big bucks. These tunnels, eh? Tunnel physics. We better slow down so we don't rear end this guy. He's like, he forgot to turn his signal light off, maybe. That bugger. This is just like real life. You're behind some guy that has the signal light on for 100 hours. I don't see that right light flashing. Catch up to him here. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll never see him again. The French company by Nissan. It's very cheap vehicles, but maintenance is cheap and reliable. Oh, okay. Cool. I had a bad experience with Nissan in real life, to be honest. I had bought this car from an auction, which, you know, it's not Nissan's fault. But an auction, you know, lot. They weren't auctioning it at the time. They just had a lot of cars. And I figured, well, okay, you know, probably be some repairs. And then, you know, it'd be cheaper than buying a new car. And then, so they wouldn't let you inspect it off site. So, you know, I wound up buying it. It wasn't too bad of a price. I thought, how much could be wrong, right? And then I went to the dealership and I told them, you know, okay, I want to get this car checked out, and you know, and if there's any problems, I'll figure out what I want to repair. And you know, we might as well do the timing belt as well, right? Because you know, I had the kilometers. Good for the, probably good to do the timing belt. Well, they did the timing belt first, and then they told me that it had this problem, that problem, that problem, this problem. Like, gee, thanks, guys. Thanks a lot for, you know, not maybe telling me this stuff first so that I could decide, because one of them turned out to be a transmission problem. So that needed to get repaired, and there's some other problems with this and that, but you know, I probably would have prioritized that over the timing belt. So wound up, you know, costing extra essentially. You know, I figured, well, you know, they'd probably just let me know what the problems is first, and then change the timing belt, but they did it in opposite order so they get more money. I wasn't too pleased about that. It's not the, you know, the worst problem, but because it was transmission, I wound up actually oh, I took out the sign. Crap. Transmission, it was like disappointing. And then they did do some stuff on the transmission, but they didn't empty the tray first or whatever, so you know, when there turned out to be further transmission problems, it's like, you know, the stuff that they did and charged me for had to basically be redone, so because you couldn't tell that you know, what they did exactly, because there's like old stuff in there or something like that. So it was a mess. End up trading it in at a loss for a newer car. Might have been able to do that regret purchase thing, but I don't know if you could after doing repairs and stuff. Oh, we better slow down. Accident up here or something. Holy cow, he's flipped. Did you see that? But that's how it goes, I guess, sometimes. I wasn't too impressed with that order of operations they did it in. Otherwise, I thought Nissans were pretty cool cars. But if a dealer does me wrong, I probably won't buy their car if I feel they've done me wrong. Thank you for following, much appreciated. Uh-oh, what's going on up here? Construction. Alright. So hopefully it's not a big, long construction. Some of the ones in BC are pretty long. Alright. How many hours? 5 hours. Here's our trip in game time. Pretty nice land up here, I tell ya. You got really well maintained roads there, not a pothole or crack in sight. You know? Who'd have thought? You know, I'm used to seeing repairs all over the place. One thing about British Columbia in the summer, man, there's lots of campers and lots of road construction as they repair things from the winter, you know? Although this isn't BC, obviously, because their roads are pretty near perfect. Grade 1 for the other here, eh? I think I was going into the X's zone. I think if I just get a couple levels up, then I'll be able to afford like a little bit higher horsepower. It might be a good intermediate vehicle. Although, like I was saying, it'd be nice to scoot by a couple of oh geez, go down a bit, eh? A couple dealers just to kind of scout out what they have. I mean, I'm not really necessarily glued to one brand, although I wouldn't mind the high-end Scania one, but that's like level 25 and I'm like level 11. But, you know, as far as it goes, I mean, probably a little ways to that. Making the man here money while I could be making way more being my own boss. Pretty scenic area though, eh? Maybe we'll get her up to close to 80. Well, I'm drifting all over the place, eh? I moved my keyboard a little bit by accident. And I get all crazy and distracted looking at my keyboard. Lots of cars passing these days, eh? Oh, we went over there a bit. All right, we're set. Anthony, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. There we go. Around that giant curve. Oh, what's going on up here now? Another freaking accident? That one's flipped over too. How'd he flip over there? What the crap? Alright, look at that water over there. I wonder if there's any things like deer and stuff that go across the road. I used to live by a national park. And they had like deer all the time on the highways. You had to be so careful. There's lots of deer around where I am too, but they tend to stay off the road. But in that national park, man, they get on the road. There's sheep and deer and all sorts of things they like licking the salt. That's used on the roads in the winter, you know. So it's like pretty wild. Nice drive though, usually. Let's see, lots of wildlife. Last time I went past that area there where that national park is, there was a bear. Few herds of animals. Man, when I slow down, I mean it, eh? We're probably good, eh? Oh, no, there's somebody there. A little jittery when I'm using the mouse to look around, but a lot faster than using the control on here. Look at that slow. By the time you looked one way there, who knows? Thanks for a quick adjustment though. That we're in a like a circular tunnel. A cool road, eh? They passed a lot today. Usually they just kind of line up behind you. Hey, they're passing me like crazy. Alright, so we're gonna make it. Another tunnel coming up. I think my trailer's long and not wide, eh? Or tall. Nobody wants to get stuck in these tunnels. Randy, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Welcome to the passenger seat, among with my other passengers today. We are going across and delivering scooters at the moment. Looks like we will arrive in 2 hours and 42 minutes. Oh, we got a turn. Thank you for sharing, Randy. Oh, I really swung there, eh? Guess it's okay, there's nobody there. Nishant, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Welcome. Somebody recommended Stargazers as an, you know, people who watch my stream. I thought that was kind of a fun name, eh? Well, it feels like I'm going a little fast here. Oh, it feels like I'm going a little slow here. We're giving her... I'm getting her done. John, thank you for following. Much appreciated. You were flying. I was going a little fast there, I think. It's usually when it's time for disaster, you know? We got 2 trailers here full of scooters. Maybe this scooter's from my Little Big Workshop that I built before. Oh, there's a big smudge on the road there. There's some blemishes on the road once in a while. Better slow down a little bit so I don't eat the side of the tunnel there. only 60 going through here. You got a lot of tunnels here. It's like the 6th or 7th tunnel I've driven through. Look at this, guys. A tunnel traffic circle. I don't think I've ever seen that in real life. I guess I still haven't seen one in real life, but you know, they got even fans in these tunnels, eh? They know their technology. Man, these tunnels are huge. Guess there's lots of jobs over in this country for tunnel maintenance people. Kind of cool, a little purple on the top there. That was an awesome tunnel, wasn't it? Have you been through any tunnels like that? The one I go through the most, the tunnel that I've been through the most was on the Coquihalla. If you ever look up the Coquihalla on YouTube, it's an ugly road to drive, but they got some tunnels up there. Tony, thank you for liking and sharing, much appreciated. The Corey, thank you for liking. Whoa, more tunnels with purple. You know, it's hard to not crash when I want to look around these tunnels, man. There we go. Another traffic circle in the tunnel. Oh, don't get clipped. Just the way? It is. Feels like I just about clipped the edge of the middle there. Imram, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Is this tunnels from Halo? It could be. Hey? Maybe they inspired these real tunnels, or I don't know if how closely they based the stuff on. But it's possible that they could be based on a real life thing, and then that real life thing is based on the tunnel. The Halo tunnels are based on that. Man, a lot of toll booths too, eh? I had a little bit of trouble with these toll booths. When you're going in there, those guys don't fool around. They merge right into you. It's totally not my fault when they hit me. I'm going straight, in my opinion. Because I don't know, a semi truck like this would not be able to really slow down quickly. These guys are blowing through that thing on the right. Watch my mirror on the right. Sometimes a car comes blowing through and nails you, and then they charge you. Check out my last YouTube. I highlighted that, or TikTok. Kind of closed right in on the collisions. Zeno, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. The scooters are gonna arrive in 1 hour and 16 minutes. Provided we don't run into complications. Hopefully there's no complications. That would mean I messed up and on something, right? We don't want to mess up on something. Either that or it went too slow. My guy's getting tired though. He's getting up there. It's still blue. He should be able to make it, but I mean, they need a coffee option for the old dude here. I picked a different guy than on American Truck Simulator. I don't know if there's any difference, just some model. You imagine, hey? That'd be cool, eh? To be an American truck simulator or Euro truck simulator model. You could put that on your resume. It's like, hey, here I am in this video game. Show me your phone. Whoever you want to impress. Put it on the Facebooks. You know, like, there's one guy that's on my Xbox friends list. He said he used to go to the bar and bring his phone and show the ladies his gamer score and his MySpace friends count as a pickup line to impress them, you know. I don't know how good it worked, but he had a lot of MySpace friends. That was already when MySpace wasn't even cool anymore. You know, you can get a ticket in this. You don't turn on your lights, but you don't get a ticket if you leave your brights on all the time. They just blink at you all the time. Can you imagine having to worry about these semis all the time, having their brights on? These poor virtual citizens. We're making her though. We're speeding a bit. We'll slow down so we don't get a ticket. But man, I hit that brake a little bit and it just goes right down. Yeah, that's a nice house on the lake or river or whatever. Usually you buy houses and stuff too. Not just garages. You could buy your own house and expand your house if you wanted with all the money. I wonder what town this is, eh? Right here though, 8 kilometers away. I think we're gonna be making a left up there. I don't know if you guys can see my steering wheel. No, not on the camera. I'm using a Momo, Logitech Momo steering wheel. Not a very expensive steering wheel. I don't know if they're available anymore though. Maybe. I'm sure you can get it somewhere, eBay or whatever, if they don't have them in normal stock anymore. I got it ages ago for $100. Does the trick. Benjamin, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Gonna give ourselves a little bit wide path. There's a dude having his coffee or smoke break over there. Not on? Come on. There we go. Let's see where our parking is. I can do anything. It's not a choice. Like we got to park out back. I'm gonna switch to aerial view because I'm a noob. I'm a noob and I'm proud of it. You got any good advice? You don't hold back. I don't think there's really spoilers in this kind of game, is there? Like, man, when you're level 20, you get a new truck. Alright. Look at that, eh? Somebody knocked their car parked back there. Use more light. Oh. Don't really need to turn on the brights, I suppose. We're smooth as silk in here, man. Oh, not completely smooth. I braked early. Decoupling. We made it. Scooters excellently delivered. See, look at that. We're 11 to 11 and 3/4 now. So like that fanciest truck is like level 25 or some crap, but getting places. I don't think we went by any dealers though, unfortunately. We'll make some more money. See where we went right here was up to Bergen. So the only place I haven't been to here is Oslo in this country. And they have absolutely no cities north of those ones. They're just barren waste, I guess. See, there's nothing up there. I don't know. Maybe they're just smaller cities in real life there. Who knows? If you wanted to find an expert on European geography, I'm afraid I don't know anything about European geography. But you know, I got a GPS, so it just tells me where to go. Oh, look, we can go to Oslo now. We got to bring the tableware over there. And we're already in Bergen, so we don't even have to go far. Although it's their truck anyway, it doesn't matter. Why not, eh? We'll have all... Well, that's not really going into Oslo, but... But that gives us 31 bucks a kilometer. Hey, this one's 40 bucks a kilometer. It looks like it's easy. It's nice and short too, eh? Where does it say what it is for? Oh, here we go. Well, that's the dimensions, I guess. It's like a wide load or something, maybe. This one pays more per kilometer. I don't know. Tableware sounds exciting to deliver. No. Who doesn't need the tableware, right? Alright, here we are. Looks like we gotta swing a right. Get out of here. We're in the port, looks like. I guess we picked it up from a boat. Oh, I guess that wasn't really the road or something. We got like 8 billion trailers full of tableware here. So here we go. We're on the road again, as Willie Nelson would say. Building it up. Put the brights on right away. Oh, there's a cop car. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. He appreciate our speeding too. Or he gives me a ticket. It's Vamoose. Looks like a nice place to have a condo. Right there by the port. Probably have a great sea view, eh? They got a recycle bin and a garbage bin. I assume that's what that is, in different colors. Maybe they just have two different colored garbage bins, who knows? Alright, tableware. Maybe we'll discover something here as we drive by. 2 question marks there. Is that close enough? Did I go in? Quick detour? Probably a bad idea. As it doesn't... Oh, we found a DAF truck dealer. Okay, just go a little bit off the beaten path. Flint, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. And I'll see if I discover that other thing, whatever that is. No left turns here. Oh, I should probably look, eh? I got my brights on. Those construction workers probably love it. They're like, holy crap, we can see so much better now. Jeez, that guy almost hit us. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to normally do. Maybe you're supposed to just drive around randomly. Or maybe you get a delivery in that area eventually. I don't know what that question mark or that thing was. Maybe that's like some sort of hiring service. Oh, crap. I'm not going anywhere when I reverse. There we go. I don't know why I didn't move the first time, but... Alright, let's get back on the road here. There's a bus. Oh, he's waiting for me because I got 10 trailers. This isn't good. Ah, crap. 400 bucks. Stupid bus. Must be 400 bucks to discover the dealer. Darn it. I think we do that more exploring with a shorter load, I guess. Oh, well, it was totally worth it, right? Michael, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Well, it's only 400 bucks. We got like, you know, pretty good expensive tableware haul here. Going to Oslo. That's the best place to be, I guess. Tableware. Fragile though, so we gotta be careful not to hit too much. Speed limit is 80. Pretty nice country we're going through right now. Oh, he's blinking at me because I got my brights on. That helps me see better, so I love it. I watched one of those Hot Wings commercials, or not commercials, the YouTube channel where they eat the hot wings with a celebrity. Paris Hilton was on there the other day. Smith, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Apparently before that, Paris had only, like, you know, had some Taco Bell as the hottest thing. So, but she made it. She got all the way. You guys ever watched that Hot Wings one? But so far, at least out of the ones I've seen, the most entertaining one was Gordon Ramsay. That guy has a refined palate, probably. Bria, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. He has a refined palate, so I could imagine eating the hot food just hits him that much harder, you know? But he had the funniest comments. He was like pouring like combinations of stuff into his mouth to cool down. He was talking about his flaming butthole, that kind of stuff, you know, in a Gordon Ramsay kind of way, you know. So definitely, if you get a chance and you want to watch someone eat hot wings, that's the way. I don't know, would you guys do a hot wings challenge? I think that'd probably be cool to be on that show, but oh, I'm going a little bit fast. I better cut the speed a little bit here. We already paid $400 for flipping a bus. Don't need a speeding ticket. So there we go, 74, 73, 2. We're good now. Put that cruise on. You know, it's funny, you could see the draw things like kind of filling in that mountain on the far sides there. But everything turned right up. What a good graphics card. Hey Jamal, how are you? I guess probably just how the game is programmed, maybe? I don't know. We're delivering the tableware. Welcome to the passenger seat, Jamal. Engine's running at 84 Celsius. That's pretty hot. Getting places though. Oh, it looks like toll booths ahead. Wonder if I'm allowed to do that. What do you guys think happens if I go through the auto pass? Just gonna get a $400 fine or what? $93. Oh, you pay anyway, it looks like. Now we know. Yod, thank you for liking. See, we just ran a little experiment there. I don't know if it's cheaper or more expensive, but my employer is paying the bill, so, you know, I guess it doesn't matter, really. I mean, they're gonna pay whatever they're gonna pay. Stops me saving at the, or stops me from stopping at the gate thing. Mohammed, thank you for liking. Oh, we better be careful here. We don't want to hit one of these tunnel traffic circles. I don't see that many of those in North America where I drive anyway. In Canada, there's one or two that I have to pass to go to different places, but overall there's not as common as it seems like in this game anyway. This game, they're all over the darn place. Look at this bridge, eh? Sweet view. Everyone's like, turn off your brights, dude. I'm like, no. I love my brights. It'd be funny if they started swerving around because I got my brights on, though. I don't know. I'd find it funny, at least. I don't know about you guys. Only 60 here. I gotta be careful. I don't know if you could flip inside a tunnel, but I'm sure I'd find a way. Well, these tunnels are pretty rad, man. Got like multiple traffic circles in them. Somebody did some boring. They clip the sign? No. We're clear. We are clear, man. We love going through traffic circles inside tunnels. Alright. Looks like we're going up a big hill. Kamal, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Alright, dudes. Get the gas going here. What kind of car am I driving this time? A Volvo. I can tell because it says Volvo. Blessing, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Alright. Vinicus, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Hopefully I said that right. We're getting the tableware delivered here. 5 hours and 40 minutes of driving in game to go. Smoke and Purple, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Hope your Monday is going well, everybody. Yesterday was Pi Day. PI, man, 3.14. Today is post Pi Day, I guess. I don't know. There's the term. The crap, eh? Guess I gotta stop. In the name of love. Alright. What the crap is that about, eh? I just left their crap there. There's a van there. We're making her. We've got some curves coming up ahead or something. All the lights, they flash, eh? Every time you go past the lights, they flash on the interior. Kind of a neat effect. Oh, it's kind of crazy. Loops to loop up there. What's going on? Coming up. Oh, jeez. I got shifted all of a sudden. That was weird. Maybe it was wind. I'll blame it on the wind. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll probably go faster than 50 though. Circle tunnel. I think the tunnel is a loop-de-loop. Crossing under, whatever, maybe, or over, I don't know. I would assume under. Mega tunnel. That's under probably, eh? Or we're going over. We're going downwards here. $62. Going for speed here. Justin, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Look at all the tunnels I'm driving through here. Pretty awesome. About an hour ago. I think maybe I started at 10:02 or something like that. You betcha. Do you like, what's your opinion on the poll today there? What kind of truck do you like? This truck here, I'm driving the Volvo. Just got the notification. I think it does it in rounds. So it's like, you know, if there's enough response, then it'll send out another round of notifications. So it'll do it. There'll be one initially, and then there'll be another round a while later, kind of thing. You don't have Chev, so GMC's the next best thing. Dylan, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. I don't know. I picked on some webpage. It said top 5 trucks. And then I picked those. I don't know if it's in order. It doesn't look like it's in order of the top 5. Unacceptable. You gotta do exclamation notify if you haven't done that. But if you have, I don't know how that works exactly. As far as I understand, it doesn't do all of your, it doesn't notify everybody. It kind of does it in rounds. But, you know, some of that might be just theory too, I don't know. You wouldn't mind checking out the Tesla truck. He did that a long time ago. I don't know, maybe it resets it every now and then, who knows, right? He changed things a lot. Oh, that guy was gonna pass me and then he changed his mind, I guess. We'll blame it on the rain. Yeah, yeah. How far? We got 3 hours and 48 minutes game time. Slightly speeding. Or slow down before I don't get a ticket. Flipped the bus earlier. There's the gas station, or the oil station, I guess. Oil. If that's what they were called, then I'd name my gas station Oil Olive. Olive oil. Go down, eh? Oh crap. Don't hit me, bus. That was closey. Neurophasia. Fazira, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Alright. This thing's just about got out of control there, eh? We made her though. We're good. Getting her done. Very curvy highway here. Recon, thank you for liking, much appreciated. And Thilney, thank you for following. Dubrado, thank you for following. Much appreciated. I have the thing farther away from me because, you know, the main screen is playing the game here, so I've got to kind of glance over to see what the writing says, you know. $69, dude. We're going 69 kilometers an hour. All right. Still 210 kilometers to get that tableware where it needs to be in Oslo. We're speeding a bit here. Truck Simulator game not affected by a broken game algorithm. This is Euro Truck Simulator. I switched to hockey one day and my reach went right down though. Oh, he's passing me. Oh. How's it going, Recon? And what up with you? Yeah, I had this game sitting around since I had bought it on Black Friday sale, you know, and I'd mean to get around to it, but you know, when I was playing Assassin's Creed, I didn't want to forget how to play that game, because then you know, you get back into it and you gotta remember how to parry and all that crap. Cole, how's it going with you? The only game not affected Truck Sims, GTA, and certain sports. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, I didn't play it necessarily for the algorithm or anything like that. I just played it because it was in my queue, but I was having a good time with it. You're not into any of them? Not even GTA? GTA is a fun game. I like open world games a lot, and this game on 45, 76 is well done. You know, I'm still new to this game. I don't really understand everything. Like, what's a good horsepower for a starting truck kind of thing, or, you know, if, you know, you can haul anything, or, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm getting used to it a bit. Bought GTA 3 times, and you're not willing to buy it again. I bought it a couple times too, actually. Come to think of it. I don't know if I've ever finished the story 100% on any of them. Got pretty far on one of them, and then I kind of replayed it and tried this and that. I'm messing around. Yeah, I like open world games. This one's sort of open world, you know, in that you could technically go anywhere. within the parameters of the game. I liked Assassin's Creed. You'll get into 6. Yeah, 6 will probably be good. I bet you that's going to be one heck of a game, because they always like step it up every next game, right? We got 1 hour and 54, 128 kilometers to go. But yeah, I've always been kind of into sim games and open world games, so I mean this one seems like a good match to me. That SnowRunner is a fun game too. I did a bunch of that. Although SnowRunner is definitely more fun when you got a crew with you. We're up to 80 again. You get bored super easy. Oh. They can do that style. GTA mixes it up quite a bit though. Did you like Red Dead? How many Elkroys in this game? I have no idea what that even means. Is that a brand? I'm obviously very helpful, right? Rich, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Oh, did I thank Manu? Thank you, Manu, as well. And September. GTA is fun. You played it too much. Can't stick to. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's understandable. I really liked Red Dead, although I liked Red Dead Redemption more than I liked Red Dead Redemption 2. Look at all the curves here, man. Oh, I better slow down. Crap. Ugh. Phew. Could have been flipping out there. Oh, electric headache rack. Light up. Oh, I don't know if they have those at all. I don't know. There's a cassette player, it looks like, up there. These are just I don't have my first truck yet, so I haven't gone into customization. All the product in the trailers up, probably. It didn't complain though, so I'm okay. It probably was already upside down when I clipped the bus earlier. Fragile too, it's like tableware. Probably packed good though, you know, like you know how Amazon packs, you know, each item, small item in a giant box. Oh, a cab. Don't break the cab. Yeah, we don't want to break the cab. Do they crack windows in this ever? There, let's turn off the wipers. I had enough of that. Or turn off our brakes too. It's like daytime. There we go. We're making her, breaking her, man. Driver hits the brakes too hard. Warehouses reject the product. Well, I'm not going to tell them that I hit the brakes too hard. I need my brights back on, I guess. I didn't know that, though. That's an interesting fact. The Elkroy make the load no slip Back of cab, so no damage on cabin. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I have that, but maybe once I have my own truck, I'll be able to get that or something. I got the accessory kit, so that I'm set. Once I do get my own truck, I'll be able to, you know, put a, I don't know, one of those smelly leaves that people put on their mirrors. Is there a mirror inside? No, I don't think there is. I guess I won't be putting a smelly leaf on my mirror, considering I don't have a mirror. But I'll see what accessories they have. I'm driving with the Momo steering wheel, in case you guys are wondering. Smokestack exhaust. Foot roll. Pull. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, we better figure out how to turn here. Looks like we gotta go to the right. Okay, we're just about delivered. We're 6 kilometers away. What they say in the USA? Roll call? Oh, okay. We clear that rail. Good. There's a van coming in. Nobody that way, so we're good, I think. We cleared the rail, guys. I'm just started it the other day, to be honest, Cole. I'm pretty new at it. Working my way. No drive on wheel. Yeah. I don't know. It's a Momo steering wheel. But as far as it goes, I'm not sure if I'm having the best settings or what. Wait, we gotta go all the way around here. I found my steering wheel was in the closet. I hadn't used it on like a previous version of Windows. And I one day decided when I tried these trucking games out to see if it would work. And it did. So it's awesome. I didn't have to, you know, to try a wheel, I didn't have to, you know, put out a few $100. And you know, if I really get into it, I can always upgrade my wheel, right? Once I can afford that and stuff. Austin, thank you for following. Right, let's see here. Oh, Olga, thank you for liking as well. Oops, sorry, I smashed my microphone there. Alright, where do they want it? Holy cow, right there. I wonder if I'll be able to do that. Maybe. Go really wide, I guess. These double trailers. Oh my gosh, it's gonna go fall asleep. Cool, thank you for liking. Let's clear of the gate. Dude standing there. Alright, we're getting places here. Oh, look at all the crap there, man. Don't they ever clean up? Gross. Alright. We made her! Very fun game. You enjoy, I tell you. This and fun time when you play in group. Oh yeah? Yeah, the multiplayer, eh? Yeah, I'm still learning. Look at I'm level 12 now. Excellent. I'm a skilled worker. That fragile cargo, let's give her more. See my dude. Let's check out that other dealer, man. Truck dealer. You tell you have a good day and good game. I know streamer, hard work, fun play, no money to give, but I do like to see this good game at time. Always be positive and don't be negative into life or people in the game. And please, thank you. Okay, well, thank you for coming by, Cole. You have yourself a good day, and thank you for stopping in, and hopefully we'll see you again in the near future. Look at this. I got Scania, and now I got Mercedes-Benz. I had that one before, actually. But over here, Mohammed, thank you for liking. We got the DAF. So let's visit them and see what kind of stuff they got. All right. 360 horsepower. 370. 460. 530. Oh, we can't get that one yet. 460 is the highest horsepower we can get right now. And 530 at level 18. I'm like level 12. Then if we go to Scania, that's 480 at level 14. 490 at level 15. At level 14 we can get up to 480. And it was jumping from 370. So that's a good jump. That's at 100. Once we get that level. That's like 2 levels away, so that's awesome. Like that. And then the other dealer that I've uncovered is this one. And that's 421. Irshad, thank you for liking, much appreciated. So I think level 14, is probably the what we want to wait for at least. Not that far away. Let's check our job market out. Maybe I should have some water here. So we can haul industrial condensers. For 19 grand. A heat exchanger through France. 17 grand, but that's more per kilometer. Hey, what's this one? I haven't been to LV. Latvia. Whoa. What is it? Bronco vans. Let's do that one. Maybe we'll discover something new then, you know? Not as much money, but sometimes it's worth it to see new areas. Maybe it might open up a new truck dealer or something like that. We're going to be doing a loop. We're driving a Scania. There's like walking controls that you have in this game too, but darn if I can. Hey, look. It's stuck already? I can see the vans. Joey, thank you for sharing and liking. Much appreciated. I assume that it's right-hand drive in this thing here, but I'm not really sure. There we go. Hey everyone. Alright. Time for the brights. We're hauling vans this time. Everybody loves vans. Oh crap. Oh crap. Man, I ran over like 3 signs there. I didn't see a trailer damage though, notice, so I mean that's okay I guess. Keeps the sign people employed. Darlell, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. No, we gotta be careful. I get tickets if they hit me when they're merging. I get tickets if I'm merging and I hit them. The system's working against me. $834. Probably okay for lights right now. I've never driven this area before, so this is gonna be exciting. The map is lighting up yellow. Is there a song by Oasis where they're singing about yellow? Alright. Got the cruise control on. We got the sunroof open. Actually, I don't know if there's a sunroof. I don't know if semis even have sunroofs. Hey, some do. This is nice. I like this truck because look at how big the window is. They've got like brand new windows too from the looks of it. It's crystal clear. There's no bugs or rock chips. Okay. Be awesome. Probably drive with more than one finger on the wheel, right? Wow, it's a 15-hour trip. I wonder if my guy can stay awake that long. Might have to do the rest stop, or maybe it's because there's a ferry involved. I kind of like having lights on more. Alright, we must have been through... Oh no, it's just still lighting up the area as we're going. So gotta get these vans to where they need to be. Nice smooth ride, eh? Scania trucks are where it's at. Where it's at. How's our pole looking so far? Looks pretty even, actually. Looks like it's pretty evenly divided. I can't see the lower two, but higher twos are neck and neck. What do you think, Joey? You have a preferred truck? What's that? Sound like stars from somewhere. Something binging. Where's the notice? Doesn't tell me right away. Probably fix that so I can see it, eh? Oh, hey, there's airplanes. Gonna quickly jump over so I can have that screen right position. I don't know what that bing was. Guess it wasn't stars. Weird, man. Fix the position of this though, so while I'm at it. Thank you for binging. Yeah, that pole is neck and neck, I tell ya. Holy crap, dudes. Holy crap. Back on the road. Darson, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. There we go. We're back in control. Just, you press escape, it goes to that other menu for a second. It doesn't care. It just goes. Goes, man. Yeah, it's like some bings, like, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody we did something, but the bings all sound the same, some of them, and then it's like as to what it was. Sometimes I don't see the notice until the next day. Like I did look on my alerts thing there, and I didn't see anything new. So thank you so much for whatever it was. Usually it's something good when there's a bing. Sometimes that people will share, you know, like host me or whatever, and I don't see it like till a couple days later, even if I look for it right away. The oddest thing. Guess it has to update or something. Look at the cool plane props, eh? Alright, we're making her here. We're driving past all these plane things. Okay, that's what they do with planes when they retire them. They make them into like statues, kind of. not hit the wall. Dustin, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Thank you for sharing. Much appreciated. That one didn't bing, eh? Oh, it did. I was fast. I was faster than the Bing. Remember Bing, the search engine? I had a Facebook page, or not a Facebook page, a Mixer page on that one. And then the darn thing never updates. They turn it off. They'll just ghost ship. I can log in and promote something, but as far as it goes, you can only promote like really old things. It never seems to want to index anything new. What's up with that, eh? Going the speed limit, eh? It's like perfectly maintained the speed limit here. Keep an eye on my GPS just so I'm not going straight when I'm supposed to be going right. What kind of building that was? That's something I could drive on? I don't know. We're hauling the vans, man. We'll need their vans in. Cool building and bridges and all sorts of things in this game. That one up there, eh? Doesn't look like you can drive on it. That's like the Fallout bridges before you before they're down, eh? Giant bridges. There's a Scania dealer. Wonder if that'll light up. It even has Scania. Here's a Scania factory. You love this game? Nice. Good game, eh? Thank you for liking. What kind of truck do you like driving, Kobe? I got like the Scania so far. This is a pretty nice vehicle. I don't know which particular model it is, but I think we're turning ahead here. We're in Stockholm. We're hauling the vans. Well, we did it without knocking a sign down that time. You forgot the name is R730 in it. Nice. I don't know the name's good enough to be able to identify it. Maybe that's the horsepower though. We're still 12 hours away, but I think it's because there's a ferry ride in between here. I'm still relatively new. I'm just driving the vehicles that they supply for different quick runs, and then once I have enough money and enough choices, I'll probably grab a beginner truck and then eventually work towards getting like a cooler truck and stuff like that. So I got the money. I just need to get a couple more levels, I think, and then like a middle of the road truck. Then I can make the big dough. And that we discovered a place. Just driving and enjoying. That's right. It's got some nice scenery, that's for sure. Lorna, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Probably nice, or you know, the people watching too, to just enjoy the scenery as well, because they can look around a little bit. Like being the passenger, you're the passenger in my car. Well, I guess it's my truck right now. Oh, I gotta stop it, I guess. Guess we're heading to the left. Heading to the right. This is a nice looking area, eh? Oh, I clipped the meridian a bit. Getting right onto the ferry. Coast is beautiful. It is nice, isn't it? That's cool. That's why I'd like to see them on American Truck Simulator. Grab Victoria, Vancouver, or all of BC. It's very scenic there. And then grab Alaska. I think that'd be cool to drive to Alaska in American Truck Simulator. I would assume it'd be American Truck Simulator covering parts of Canada. Thank you for following. Much appreciated. Uh-oh, which one do I take? That one or that one? It was Latvia I was going to, though. I'm not going down there, so. Hope we're going the right way. Guess I gotta look. I like how it incorporates the time. Rohit, thank you for following. Alright, guys. We're halfway there. Whoa. Alright. Oh, we're on the wrong side of the road now here. Here we are. Follow the arrows. Do I actually drive trucks in real life? No. I just thought the game looked fun. So I picked it up on Black Friday sales. That one, an American Truck Simulator. I picked up that one on sale as well, and I've kind of been playing just for the past few days. This one played a little bit of American Truck Simulator 2, and then I got distracted, or American Truck Simulator. Then I got distracted by Assassin's Creed. Go in here. Do you drive trucks in real life? I have a cousin that a truck driver. I don't know if he still does it or not. I wonder how many truck drivers play this game. Because, you know, like if you're doing that for your living, I wonder if you'd want to go home and do virtual trucking as well, you know? Good stress reliever. Oh, you don't drive trucks? You don't plan to, just like trucks, games like you. Yeah, it's a nice game, that's for sure. That's very scenic. You know, I've never been to Europe, so sort of a virtual way. I was supposed to go to Disney World one time. Gonna go to a conference, and then you know, it got canceled because, you know, the flights and stuff and COVID got everything canceled, right? And the border closed between here and the States. And so I didn't wind up going, but I played the video game, Disney World video game. And thank you for liking, much appreciated. Excuse me. Thank you for following as well, much appreciated. Vincent, thank you for following and liking. Much appreciated. Like we're 3 hours game time away. Excuse me. You gotta turn water down first. Oh crap, there's cars there. We're heading right. Could probably check both ways, eh? Oh, it's only 50 in this area. You heard they made the real landscapes, like the actual landscapes? You know, from what I've seen, I mean, I drove in American Truck Simulator down to Seattle. You know, I'm still a noob there too, but I drove into Seattle, and I mean, the landscape looked like the Washington area to me, because I've actually been to Seattle in real life, and it had a feel of the area as far as, you know, how it looked. You know, the cities are definitely not as comprehensive as the cities in real life, but you know, because there's like basically a few gas stations and that to compromise the town. But as far as it goes, the look of the area seemed to be, you know, what I would expect for that area. Oh, we got trains or something. What if you get nailed by a train? Got trains, man. Not a big train, is it? Arish, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Man, I was expecting like 30 cars. I worked at a mine before where I was a summer student, and I get to load coal into the trains. The job consisted of pushing a button at the right part of the car, pushing the close button at the right part of the car, because if you don't close it in time, it goes between the cars. You had to turn the latex spray on so that it covered the hole with a latex coating, so that it didn't cause dust for wherever the train went by. And you had to make sure they cleaned out the latex bar, because it always plugged constantly. Sometimes the cold chutes would plug too. You had to unplug those when that happened. You tell the train to stop for a bit. Ideally, you want to get the train through as quick as possible, because they're paying, you know, hundreds of dollars an hour for them to come through. But I didn't mind loading train. You got an extra couple bucks an hour, because you went from labor to... Thank you for liking, much appreciated. You went from labor to operator, even if you loaded that train for 2 minutes. I got to do that for a few summers while I was a university student. Other things you got to do at that place was, you know, wash a lot of stuff with giant high-powered hoses. That was the majority of it. Sometimes you have to shovel stuff, you know, like you have to put on full gear and then shovel out like a big furnace thing. It was like super hot in there, kind of thing. Even with they cooled it down for a day or two, and you gotta shovel out the ashes or whatever, so they have a nice clean thing for their furnace. Use more light, eh? We're in Latvia now, I think. I've never been there before, so you can see that the road is lighting up yellow as I go along. This is going to be hanging a right coming up. They're right, probably, eh? I got all the expansions for this. There's a couple coming too. Like some on the way. Russia. And another one. I don't remember the name of the other place. You plenty get your money's worth, that's for sure. You explore it all. Oh, what? Speeding ticket for 800 euro bucks? Lame. I didn't even see the cop. They don't hold back, eh? They charge you good. Using controller, keyboard, one of those steering wheels. It's a Logitech Momo steering wheel. M-O-M-O. I had bought it ages ago for a different game back in the day. I was really into the Need for Speeds. And I was playing the steering wheel, and that was like a couple versions of Windows ago. And then when I got the American Truck Simulator and this one, I figured, you know, I'd see if that I remembered that steering wheel was in my closet. So I thought I'd give it a try and see if it worked with Windows 10. And it did. So I was lucky. Steering wheels are expensive. You know, if you go and get a steering wheel these days, man, they'd set you back a bit. You know, I don't think I noticed any for Logitech, any Logitech steering wheels at least for under 100 or for 100 bucks or so. Thank you for liking, much appreciated. Yeah, it definitely went up. This one was 100 bucks when I got it, I think. 100 or 150. I don't know, it seems to do the trick. I haven't tried other ones to know whether they're better or worse, you know. Got a little gear thing on it if you get brave enough to go to standard, I guess. You're actually lucky. I don't think it'd be compatible, but it did for you. Oh, really? Yeah, it picked right up. And it wasn't, you know, this is a new computer, so I mean, it wasn't like, I think I tried it on the computer before that too, which was Windows 10. I bought this computer from later on, like just not too long ago. Like, it's got all the bells and whistles because I couldn't put in a capture card that I wanted. I wanted a HDR capture card. Mohammed, thank you for following, much appreciated. I wanted an HDR capture card, you know, so that it passes through the HDR my 4K TV, and my old computer couldn't handle internal or external versions of that capture card. So I wound up having to get a new computer because the old computer, while still decent, you need a 4X bus or something like that. If I'm using the terminology correct for the capture card I wanted, and the old one only had 1X. or maybe channel or something. I can't remember what it was. But and then for external, you needed to have 1080 or higher graphics card, and the graphics card I had was like a 600 something, so just under spec as well. So I saved for a while, and then I upgraded, got a new computer, and then I tested this wheel out and it seemed to work okay. So bonus. There are a lot of devices though, and built for the older operating systems that don't work though on Windows 10. I had one of those Intuos tablets, you know, where you draw on the tablet, and those don't work. I guess we can go. It's just like caution, right? Like it connects, tablet connects. It's just there's no drivers, like, so there's no software you can put on that work with it. So it acknowledges it in the device manager, but it doesn't, you don't have nothing compatible software wise, because the drawing software that came with it doesn't work on Windows 10. Darn technology, eh? We're gonna discover something as we go by. I wonder what it is. Chris, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Recruitment agency is what we've discovered. Right across from condos here. And then we're going to deliver these vans right away. It'd be nice if there was like a trackpad or something on the steering wheel that you could use as a mouse. So you didn't have to do all the separate things. We got the Canada flag. Alright, we got vans, man. Where do they want them? Over there, over there? Let's choose over there. Hey, how did your games go? We're stuck on the fence? No, I'm good. Not stuck on the fence. Oh crap! Hit all that way. Flip their fence. Uh-oh. We're not straight enough, I don't think. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way again. Why do I keep going that way? One of these days. Okay, my keyboard slid. Got distracted. Come on, go. Their way. Well, this isn't going well, is it? I should have backed up to their one. Maybe that's good. There we go. That's close enough. Oh, crap. Forgot to stop. There we go. Phew! Excellent! See, we're getting there. Aiming for that level 14. Looks like you get like 3 trips per level. And we went here where we went. So that was from Stockholm to, I guess it was to Riga. And we've explored 7% of the world. We've made ourselves 250 grand so far. Do I want to do that one or not? Riga again. We haven't been to Finland, I don't think. Finland, 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 the country where I want to be eating breakfast or dinner. It's cool to explore new places. Could adjust the hair. All right, looks like we got to go left and then left again. Driving a Renault again, I think. I don't know how big this trailer is. What was it we're hauling anyway? Oh wait, my cord's stuck on here. It's really tight too. I didn't unplug anything. There. Make sure everything was good. There, I guess. Hey, Billy Bob. We're hauling on the train part. Oh, we gotta go left, I guess. Alright, we're making her. Freedom! Caution lights here. Go past the pole so we can actually see. And this is a busy road, eh? Maybe after that car. Maybe after that car. The crap, man. Driving a truck, they're slow. I'd pull right out if I was in a normal car, but these things don't go very fast. And these NPCs, they kind of run into you. Maybe it's like one of those Call of Duty World at War maps, you know, they just keep coming. Screw those guys. You're gonna have to stop for me. Oh crap. 3% damage. Well, you know why? Because I'm like driving on the sidewalk. Hit a pole. See what happens when you don't adjust your mouse back? What the crap, eh? So busy looking over there. Hope there's no fire. Alright guys, we're making her. Ten hours remaining. I don't remember if there was a ferry trip or not on this one, but it's a long drive if there isn't. Take her easy, the police don't let you know. They're so well hidden. Alright, we're making her. We're speeding though, we're like a rebel. Brandon, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Guess we could speed up a bit now, eh? Well, we've got a big curve going up, but... Alright. Very nice forest effects here. Look in our mirror, make sure we're going over. Oh, it's 50 here. But Tanath, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Man, I went to 70 for a second, now it's 50 again. There's like a radar sign there, did you see that? Looks like a nice neighborhood, except for all these semis driving through. There's the final destination, logging truck. Nice night for an evening. Looks like we got a places to be here coming up. We'll be able to get out of the rural area. Got a train part to deliver. And we want to bring that by train. Nice rest stop over there. There's a market off as the road, explored road. You gotta go into the each rest stop. 10 years of playing Euro Truck Simulator later, you probably get them all. Oh, I didn't rest here before. Bus is gone. I'm not allowed to go that way. It's against my programming. We're going 77. I was gonna say that's enough to travel back to the future, but I think that's actually 77 miles per hour. We're not quite going fast enough for that. There's another rest stop gas station. Oh, we squeaked through the town without getting a ticket. Look at this area, hey? Not a rest stop, just like a big old information center or something. The hotel. Alright, so now that we've passed that, we're in a 90 zone. Not hit that guy, that would not be cool. Nice countryside here. This would be a nice place to drive. Oh, it's not nice to drive over there though. Not on the shoulder. I wonder if we're turning or just the road goes naturally that way. New. Yeah. Oh. Phew. We're very close to getting a traffic red light violation. If it would have been a centimeter forward, I probably would have got one. I don't know if you're allowed to turn on a right or not. Quite a hike there for 460 kilometers. There's something in Parnu there, to the left. Final destination ahead. The logging truck. Death is chasing you. Don't go behind a logging truck. I don't think Death was actually chasing them at that point with the logging truck scene, but I think it was just the beginning where they saved themselves. Alright. If you're new, don't forget to hit that follow, that like, that share. It all helps a ton, guys. The lights are opposite though. Yellow. In Canada at least, it follows before it turns red. Oh, my traffic circle. Alright, we're getting places. Getting places in a hurry. 79 out of 90. Alright, so the plan is we're gonna hopefully make it there before we fall asleep. Pretty solid plan, eh? I figure. Oh, we're turning a slight bit. Oh, good, I wasn't supposed to go in there. There's a lot of side roads here. One day we'll have to explore those and change them yellow. The world will be yellow. Alright, we're hanging a right here somewhere. There's Triple X down there, there's a porno shop. Alright, we made her. Now we just gotta go straight for a while. Well, I mean, direction of the road for a while. Not really straight. Oh crap, panicking a bit. Phew. This little jump. I don't know why I needed to jump there, but we're turning up ahead, eh? Turn up. Look at that, we're looking right into the sun. We'll get some shades. Alan discovered. Sweet. We should make up our mind which side of the road we're going to be on. Down a bit. Go down completely. All right, everybody. High time to get this delivery in. 6 hours, 36 minutes game time. I have a feeling we're going to be pulling up to a ferry terminal soon. That was tricky. It's just like a bus stop. That's Bus Stop Simulator there. Hey, a recruitment agency. Sweet. Kind of a funny route it's taking us on, eh? My cord's in the way here. Oh, my pedal. There we go. Had to move it around real quick. Quick like a bunny. Looks like I'm off center again. Alright. Now another roundabout. We're making her. We'll be turning right, and looks like we're at a ferry terminal. quite yet. Oh. All right. Lots of ferry boats today, eh? We have this light here is where we're going to turn. Good timing. Supposedly lights are supposed to time so that, you know, you don't get slowed down too often by them in real life. What that guy's doing to that car? I think for this GPS, man, I never know where to go if I was using paper maps here. Oh, I guess we don't have to worry about getting onto the ferry. Or we just follow it. You don't need to know where to go anymore. Or this will take us to different spots. There we go. Found our parking spot. Phew, I was getting worried there for a bit. There's trucks here on this ferry. I guess one place we could choose. We're going to Finland, Finland, Finland. The country where I want to be, eating breakfast or dinner. Helsinki's discovered, sweet. There, we only got 3 hours and 42 minutes left of driving. Well, it's pretty cool. You get to go right onto the ferry, though. Gotta go over here. I mean, I guess I could have just shortcutted it. Oh wait, no, that's a different lane. Andrew, thank you for following, muchly appreciated. We're in Finland now. Got places to be. Let me in, I guess. Hey, there's a tram. That's cool. I've never seen a tram yet, I don't think. Not an actively moving one anyway. Ran over their tracks a couple times. Cut the speed a little tiny bit. Okay, we gotta watch for trams apparently. Well, this sucks. His car's in my way. Why you stopped there? All right. We're getting places. We gotta turn here. We're on big main roads now. And then we still got 231 kilometers to go. There's some water. Nice looking water, eh? We're gonna be swinging a right, looks like. Our mirror, there we go. And we're good. Gotta watch out for trucks, they don't let you in. Oh, we're turning again, coming up too. Not here though. Got past us, now we're gonna catch up to them. Oh, I guess he's going over there. All right, so 171 clicks to go. Mr. Leahy. That's an interesting mirror that it has up there. I wonder. That's so you can see the front of your hood. Anything in front of you? Noticed it just now. Alright, well that's kind of weird. You guys probably can see what I'm talking about over there. Sometimes it lights it up as yellow and sometimes it doesn't, eh? Weird. The guy's tiredness level's good. He must have slept on the ferry. 139 clicks to go. Here. Fill the gas a bit here so we can safely reverse. It's like 60. The turning thing. So 111,000 or 111 kilometers to go now. Nothing in the rear view. Right. We're set, guys. I'm feeling this is our last major highway route. Of course, I don't know, but probably the last one. Get to there. Maybe a little turn off onto a side road or something. Use the cruise control. All right, 65 kilometers to go. Sweetness. I guess they couldn't really transport this by train because, I mean, I did have to cross with a ferry, but they could have probably done a lot of it by train. But I guess it keeps my character employed, right? Exactly. Oh, I guess we are doing one more big turn. That's got to be the last turn, though. You'd think we're almost at our destination. 36 kilometers away. All right, 28 kilometers away. We're getting her done. So one more turn. Joseph, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. There, we're almost at the destination. All right. The guy's got the timber turtle on his truck. Vodka discovered. Sweet. Hoping I'd discover something. That's kind of cool. I don't think it's there. Maybe in here. They want it back there. Geez, that's gonna be tough, eh? I'll put it there. Put it there, pal. Oh. Ew. Ain't going by, eh? We made her. Excellent. So you get like a third. Maybe it's like 4 trips per level. I'm getting there. Pretty soon it'll be level 13, man. Got our train undercarriage delivered. Here's our world map now. Yeah, I just went up there. That was the first time I was up there. Lots of stuff to check out still. 7%. Totally a lot of areas down here to check out, eh? I haven't even been down there at all. Alright, well, let's check out the poll here, guys. 41% voted for the Ford F-150. 25% voted for the Ram 1500 Rebel. GMC Sierra 1500. 24% of the vote. That was pretty close between those two. Put it on this screen, it'll be easier for me to read. The Sierra 1500 Denali. And Tesla 6%. Everybody got a vote. Nice. Gonna call her. I gotta work tomorrow. But I want to thank everybody for being here, for sharing, all that good stuff, for liking, for watching, for whatever involvement that you had here. Oh, that beep earlier must have been Dustin renewing. Didn't show it until now. Thank you for renewing. Thank you so much for hanging out. Everything, guys. It helps a lot. I stream every day at 7 o'clock Pacific time. PM. So, hopefully we see you again soon. Tomorrow, in the near future. To say hi or whatever, hang out. Awesome. And I hope you all have a good rest of the Monday, or maybe you're into Tuesday even. Who knows? But we will host somebody, and you have yourselves a good night. Thank you again.